Okay guys, Pat here from Sledder Mag, and with me today is my friend, Dave Norona. Hey Dave, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing awesome. As you can tell, I visited the guys in Grizzly Lodge and those young bucks with their mullets. This is what happens when you ask for the haircut.
That's the Grizzly Lodge cut.
Yeah, I'm going back there in a couple of weeks to get it
It might get a shape up there.
It needs a little bit of a trim. I'm standing on the sled because I'm so short that I gotta look a little taller.
What are you standing on there, Dave?
I'm standing on Pat's 165 Expert Turbo.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, it looks really good. I know you love it. I know you love it. I can tell by the way you're riding it because you're absolutely ripping it today.
We've been talking about that. Thank you for the compliment. So Dave, I want to ask you here, this is your sled over there with our friend Theo. Hey yeah. Theo, what's up, buddy?
Hey buddy, doing good.
And this is Theo's sled right here.
There's Theo's sled right there.
He's also got the 175.
There we go. So that's what we want to talk about, right?
You know, we get into track lengths now, and you watch someone like McNulty, Cody McNulty on the coast, amazing rider, and he's on a 154 turbo this year, and he's absolutely loving it. And he, you know, that's the sled for him because he's quick, fast. He loves to hit jumps and wheelies, and so he just loves that sled. But you know, not everybody can ride like him, right? We all want to dream like that, but we can't. Or we don't. And so you get, you know, someone on a 165 with the turbo now can actually start to get into that capable riding that he does. And it slows it a little bit down or allows you to just think a little bit more. But man, once the power kicks in, it's amazing what it goes up. You know, a lot of people discount the 175. And, you know, Carl Kuster, who's one of the best riders on the planet. Not only that, he's just so humble. You'd never know that because he isn't about proving it. And he was the one that really pushed me into longer sleds. And, you know, I'm a small guy and not very strong. So if I wouldn't ride a 175 if I didn't feel that it was better in every situation. Now, there's no doubt I ski and pow surf off machines, and the longer track, when you're doubling, allows you to pull into zones like this that are deep. And also just allows you to climb things that you just don't even think a snowmobile is possible or would ever be possible. But it still carves on a dime. So, you know, you really have to look specifically at where you ride, how much snow you get, and what you like to do. And there's no real right or wrong answer. And that's what's great is now with the turbo, they're all fun. And if you're not on a turbo, I think, yes, you need to be a little bit more specific to your length, because if you're in a 154 without a turbo, you're really going to have to be penning that thing just full out to get to certain zones. The 65 Expert allows you to get into way more zones. And then the 75 Expert, you're getting to all the zones. When we talk about track speed, it's really up in the air. I think, you know, now that we have the limiter strap adjust on the Expert as well as the turbo, it just broadens the horizon of what a sled can do. I mean, I call it like you have a turbo and a limiter strap. It's like you have three sleds. You can climb really well, you can wheelie really well and let it out, hang it out, and then the turbo just goes anywhere. You will ride harder and you will go higher and you will burn more gas and oil, and your smile will be bigger at the end of the day.
Yeah, that is the truth, I think. We've determined that today, definitely.
Yeah, totally. I mean, where we are is just, look at where we are. I mean, we are the only three people in this zone. I didn't think that could happen anymore on planet Earth, but it still can happen in a lot of places. And so we were very lucky to be brought into this area.
So I think today, you know, you guys had the 175s. I've been on the 165. I mean, it's deep, definitely snow, but it's not crazy deep.
Yeah.
But we've gone everywhere. And I think, having been here before, I know from experience that we got into stuff quicker and easier, definitely, than we ever did before. And I think part of that is the track length, obviously.
Totally.
But the turbo too, to just have that extra confidence, the extra power when you need it.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe today when we were climbing up, I've never been here, and I'm climbing up through these steep sort of drainage that there's like one little line through. And when you make a little bit of an error, you just get it on edge and carve it. And the 75 track just allows you to not, I mean, your trench is pretty big. You feel sorry for the second and third person. But
yeah, that was me, so thanks.
You're getting through there. So I have a 65 turbo as well. And hands down, when it's deep, and in Whistler in the last week, it's been ridiculously deep. And my 75 just goes anywhere. And it's so much fun in the deep because you start riding up things that you used to only ride down and get pow cars, or now your hill climbs when it's that deep.
Well, I got to say we give a lot of props to the machines, but you and Theo, you guys know how to shred, and I got to say you guys have a special way of sniffing out the roots because it's been a while since I've been in here. It took me a while to figure out where they were, and you guys were just busting them up and sniffing them right out. So
I got one tip for you and all the Skidoo riders out there. The number one thing you can add to your snowmobile, and Theo doesn't even have them, so I'm even going to teach him this, is get rid of your stock grips and get the deep snow grip. You can walk over here. Look, let's race over here. So you look at that stock grip and the difference right here. Look at that. And I mean, it almost tears up your gloves. It doesn't, but the grip on these it's night and day.
yeah, that is
It's
tacky.
probably the least expensive, best upgrade you can make to your snowmobile. So, you know, that's pretty good.
There you go, you guys. A free little tip from Norona on how to improve what is already
Improve upon.
pretty hard to improve upon.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And I hope everybody's out there enjoying the mountains and getting out and enjoying fresh powder. That's the number one. And those who are not yet, we hope we get snow soon. And then you get to see that. Look at this.
enjoy some of this.